Hi, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel on this actually rather gloomy day in Los Angeles. We actually don't have 365 days of sunshine a year. Yesterday we did though. Yesterday it was like bright blue skies, complete sun, and 86 degrees, and then today it's a gloomy, cloudy, but balmy 82 degrees. So let's go ahead and jump right into this video. I have a drugstore first impressions for you guys today. It's not a full face of first impressions. I do have a few products that are not new to me, but I'm gonna use them because they are drugstore. And I guess before we start, I do want to make one tiny little confession. I'm not a big drugstore makeup person. I tend to buy mostly high-end products. I'm trying to branch out more into drugstore to have just a few more affordable products in my stash that I can fall back on when I don't want to use up my $60 foundation. Yikes, yeah, I did actually spend that much on a foundation, but it's really, really good. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in. Now you can see the state of my skin. I do have a few breakouts right around here and a couple right over here. To start with, I picked up two foundations. The first foundation I picked up was at Rite Aid, and it is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. This is in the shade Shell Ivory, but today I'm more into this other one that I picked up at Target. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is the shade 112 Natural Ivory. I looked this up online and it was listed for $5.99 online. To apply this Maybelline foundation, I'm going to use a brush on the left side of my face. There we go. And then I'm going to use my Real Techniques beauty sponge on the right side of my face. Put just a little bit on the top of my brush. Just gonna apply it here. I'm gonna apply a little bit at a time so that I don't get it too cakey. All right, looks like a good match for me. From far away and on camera, it looks pretty good. It's not doing that thing that I hate, and I have seen some foundations do on my skin where you get those like little, you see those little light dots of foundation in your pores. I'm not seeing that with this one. Decent coverage. I see a little bit of the redness peeking through from my breakouts, but it's not that bad. Oh, got a big one coming in there. I'm gonna do another layer to see how this goes, see how buildable it is, because it is supposed to be a medium to full coverage foundation. Looks pretty good from far away. It's not covering this little bit up, and it kind of stings on my chin there. From far away, I do like it, but when I look at it up close, the dryness in the folds of my nose right here is really, really pronounced. Can you see that? It's really clinging there. Down here too. It's not sinking into my pores, but up close, my skin, it looks drier just all over. Kind of looks older. I do prefer sponge to brush, so we'll see how this goes. It kind of stings a little bit on that dry area there on the fold of my nose. So far I'm liking the sponge side better. It's just more of a natural, dewy. It's not as full coverage though, for sure, as the side that I use the brush on. I'm gonna go in with another layer. Okay. I like this finish way better with the sponge, because I don't like as full of a coverage. So now moving on to concealer. This is one of the three products that I did not purchase brand new. This is one that I have owned and loved for a long time. One of the few drugstore products that I use fairly regularly. And it is another Maybelline product, which I think you're gonna see is probably my favorite drugstore brand, just judged by the amount of products that I have from it. It is their Fit Me. This is in the shade 15, Claire, of course the lightest shade because I am terribly pale. Putting a little bit on my nose, and then just finally a couple here, because I get darkness. And the fine lines under my eyes are getting even worse with the more product I put on top. The last product for my base is a favorite of mine that I have used for a very long time. It is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Translucent. I love this stuff. It really helps foundation to mattify and stay on throughout the day. I'm only gonna do this on one side of my face because I wanna see how it wears with and without powder. And now I'm gonna grab my third product that is not part of the drugstore haul. The Wet n Wild Photofocus eyeshadow primer, that's what that's called. I have to use a primer on my eyes if I'm gonna wear eyeshadow because otherwise within 15 minutes the shadows are creasing like crazy from the oil. Rub it between my fingers. So while that is setting, I am going to move on to my brows. So this is a newer version of a product that has been around for quite a while and that I didn't get on too much with. I saw Joanna Spicer here on YouTube using this in a drugstore haul and tutorial the other day, and what it did to her brows was like, I gotta get me some of that. It had the exact effect that I love on my brows personally. It makes them very fluffy and it brushes them up and it makes them very, very textured. So I'm hoping it does the same for me. Even though I didn't get on with the other version of this product, I'm really hoping that I get on with this one because she just looked so beautiful. Scrape it, ooh yeah, scrape it off. This is their fiber version. What these do is they're like extensions for your eyebrow hairs, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. It's grabbing a hold of every single hair and making them very, very textured. Let's see if I can. Oh, you can even use the tip of it to like fill in a little bit. Can you see how textured that is? I just love that where you can see all of the brush hairs, all of the eyebrow hairs just standing up to attention. This is definitely my new favorite daily brow product. That's just with gel. Normally I have to go in and use a pencil afterwards to help comb that through. That is beautiful. I love that. Next is another product that I picked up at Target. So online it said that this eyeshadow was $9.99. This is the Covergirl True Naked palette in the shade Nudes, number 805. And to apply, I'm gonna use this Zoeva number 227 Luxe Soft Definer Brush. I'm gonna take the second lightest shade here. It is called Shell Coquillage. And this is just gonna go all over my lid to kind of neutralize that darkness a little bit. So I'm gonna go in with this light brown shade called Fawn. This reminds me a lot of Naked from the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette. Does anyone else feel kind of dirty when they say crease when they're applying their makeup? I kind of feel like it's a, you know, naughty word. That's nice. It's subtle. You can kind of see it. I'm going with a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Buildable. The outer corner there. So far I'm loving this palette. Sorry about that. Next I'm going to go in with a smaller, slight, I guess, fluffy pencil brush. And I'm going to pick up that same color from before, Fawn, and apply it to my lower lashes. Do any of you guys watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette? I really used to love this show. It's a guilty pleasure. I know, God believe me, I know how horrible it is and how terribly they treat women, but it's just a guilty pleasure. I'm kind of borderline obsessed with it. But this season, man, with Ari, I don't know how I feel about him. He just seems really disrespectful and like he doesn't care about any of the women. It just really, really bugs me. Okay, moving back to the eyeshadow. This shimmery kind of pinky shade right here. It's called Champagne. Love me some champagne, that's for sure. This reminds me a lot of Sin in the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette, and that's what this whole palette reminds me of. With the MAC 239. This is nice. I mean, it's not opaque by any means. It's not crazy sparkly, but you get a nice little shimmer there. Definitely piquing my interest here, CoverGirl. Lastly, I think I'm gonna use this, the really, really deep dark brown Sable as a liner. Ooh, that might be the best pigmentation I've seen from a shadow used as a liner, like ever. Wow, that's beautiful. It's amazing. Just use that same brush I use on my lower lashes. I'm gonna blend that up a little bit. I just threw my brush across the room. Sorry about that. Big thumbs up for this too. Okay, on to mascara. This mascara has been talked about a lot on the internet. I'm really weary of this one because, number one, I couldn't find it in waterproof, which is the formula that I always buy because my eyelashes stick straight down. They're like elephant eyelashes, and it takes a lot to make them hold a curl. So waterproof mascara is better at that, and I just pretty much always buy waterproof mascara. It is the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, and I paid $8.99 for this at CVS. People are going mad for this mascara. First of all, the packaging, totally cute. It's a matte, like blush colored tube, kind of a rubbery feeling. And what I actually really like about it is that the top of it is flat. So when you're applying it, it gives you a nice little handle on it. Brush is just your typical kind of fiber brush. The other big selling point to this mascara is that it is infused with coconut extract, and you can kind of smell it, but we're gonna see how it performs. First, I'm gonna curl my lashes with MAC eyelash curler. Give it a really good curl too. Okay, so very first impression, it applied nicely. It's not clumpy or spidery, which I like. I like really fluttery lashes. It's already, my eyelashes, the curl is already falling, and I curled them like crazy. It's already like disappearing. So this is, I can already tell, not going to be a favorite of mine, but I definitely want to try out the waterproof version to see if I like that more. Next product I picked up is a cream contour stick by Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. Looks like this. It has got on one end a cream contour, and on the other it has a cream highlight. I'm going to put that one away for now and just focus on the contour side. Here, just a little bit right here, under my nose. And then also I like to do a little bit back here. I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush to blend this in. So far I like it. I like that a lot. Now moving on to the product that I am probably most looking forward to trying. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. People have been saying it has a very strong fragrance to it. Oh, and it definitely does. It smells like a pina colada. So that's either good or bad depending on if you like pina coladas. It has a really nice undertone, and that's really what drew me to it. It's very neutral. It's not orange or red or too muddy. It just looks perfectly in the middle. To apply it, I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush. I love this thing. It is so soft. See how it goes? It's pretty. It's really pretty. This side. Looks nice on camera. Looks even better off camera. Two more products. First is a blush that I once again picked up at Target, and once more it is from my seemingly favorite drugstore brand, Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Blush in the shade Rose. And I think Alana Davison also used this on her video with Jamie Page. It looked really beautiful. This one was $4.99 at Target. Same brush. It's just a really beautiful neutral pink flush shade. It does seem to have some golden shimmer in it, so we'll see what it does. Same brush, the Real Techniques blusher brush. That's really pretty. I like that. Goes on nicely too on the side with the powder on it. Okay, last but not least, I have two Wet n Wild lipsticks that I picked up at Rite Aid. These were $2.99 each. One shade is number 912 in the Flesh, and then the other one that I picked up I was interested in because I heard it is a dupe for Max Velvet Teddy. Looks a little bit more orange. I'm gonna go in with this one today. I think I want a bit of a lighter shade on my lips. I like the formula. I don't like this color on me. It's too orange, too like terracotta orangey color. All right guys, so that is the finished look. So far, what I'm really loving is the Butter Bronzer, the Covergirl eyeshadow palette, loving that. And then also the Maybelline Brow Gel, loving those 3 products. I'm not 100% sold on the other ones yet. And then I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Hey again guys, how's it going? I hope you've had a good day so far. So I'm coming back with my one check-in. I thought I was gonna have time to do this a second time later on, but it's already starting to get dark outside. So I'm at my dad's right now. I've been hanging out with the dogs for a while. I've had the makeup on for about 5.5 hours. You know, I'll just start with the foundation. I'm really not a fan of it. It went on really dry and really cakey, and it looks good from far away, and it looks great on camera when I'm looking at, you know, at the screen there, but when you're up close and you see my face, it just accentuates every single dry patch that I have. So I'm gonna have to take a hard pass on this one. The brow gel is a huge win for me. I am completely obsessed with it, in love with it. You can still see the individual brow hairs, and it's held up pretty well. And then let's see, the eyeshadow. This is interesting. I don't know if you can see, but on this eye, the left eye, it's really creased and kind of gotten a little strange, but on the right eye, it hasn't done that. So I'm gonna chalk that one up to user error and not to the product's fault. So you can still see a good amount of it on my face, on both sides. I don't know if that's the bronzer or the contour, but I don't really, you see a little bit of pinkness on my left side, but not on my right side. So I think that the blush, you know, I may have just rubbed that off. I may have touched my face or something like that. Mascara is also a total fail for me. Like I said, when I first applied it, my lashes just like, they fell immediately. The last product, the lipstick. So the lipstick formula, I did really enjoy it. I thought that it was, you know, a nice kind of natural finish. I don't want to say it was matte because it wasn't completely flat looking. There was some dimension to it. It didn't really settle into the lines of my lips too much. It didn't bleed or feather at all, so that's great. It lasted through a couple glasses of water and some coffee, but didn't last through my sandwich and salad. So it has worn off at this point. Although you can still see kind of a peachy stain, I guess. My lips look a little bit peachy, to me at least. But I'm not a fan of that color. I really didn't like how orangey and peachy it looked on me, so you know, I'm looking forward to trying out a couple more colors from that range. All right guys, so that is it for this drugstore first impressions video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again next time, and in the meantime, please do like and subscribe, and why don't you leave me a comment with your all-time favorite drugstore beauty product, because like I said before, most of my stuff is high-end and I do want to explore a little bit more on the more affordable side of things, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.